Functioning RP4 secretary bolt. Do just fine. Okay. It's good. We're just running junk now. Hasn't been classified down enough. And we're still actually takes a little bit of gold. Black sand down here, we do. Very little that's escaping the trees. We've got a perfect diagonal line, one table of the other. Looks like a good place to dredge to me. Right here where the fast water hits this and slows down and find these rocks. I bet when the river's high, there's pockets of stuff all in here. See where that's good? Shoot. Yeah, that's great. All right. I've been cleaning off this bench about the last 2 hours or so. Didn't get much done today. I got my gear down here in a very secret spot, and there is gold here. It's close to one of Kevin Single's places, you know. But I'm not going to divulge where. But we had a lot of fun, and that's what we're going to do this trip. Is we're going to do mainly do suction dredging. I don't know if I'll get around to using the dryland dredge or not. If I do, I do. Right now there's a lot of activity going on around. I got to feel like doing that before I do it. But it's still been a lot of fun, and I'll give you pictures of the gold later on. 2 hours of dredging, classified down to 20 mesh. And I have never seen anything here over 20 mesh. So we'll see. Now the gold is in the river is supposed to be chunky, but I don't, chunky Colorado gold is, it's that depends. It's another nice evening. The elk and the deer are going to be out soon, so that's it for now. Not yet, down here in the valley. Just spend a few minutes listening to the river and being quiet. Take a look at where we are. On the front 5 anchor. Dredge attached, but there's the dredge hole. When I got here the other day, the water was a bit higher. It was all the way up into here. You see it's still wet. But that hole is deeper than it looks. And we've had some big rocks slide off in there now, and we took the fin out and dredge underneath those. It'll be a nice day. The little point bar here I'm on. Inside bin. Well, there might be gold over there. I'll check it out sometime. Well, I found some colors in that pan. We got to videotape it. Trying to make a decision now whether to reconfigure the dredge, and I think I can reach it. Swing all that around. there. And we'll find it. So I guess we'll find out. Video diary for the day. We're still dredging in the river. I'm probably going to continue doing it for until 5 o'clock this evening. I'm going to work on the other spot. I got to build a little berm and figure out how I'm going to get water up there. I guess Jesse's doing okay at the shop. I have to check on him later. So that's it. You know, working in Colorado. All this, and the four over there, all of it can operate for the back of the canine community. And I could use an air concentrator, a Barcellus trommel that works in the dryer, or whatever, to concentrate the air. On this machine, it's all a matter of not overloading. Putting too much flow in there. I'm feeding with small material. Bucket. These basically are my tailings, actually they're not, they just classify it off as the thing that was over I think. We milled it to -1/4. Now we're milling it to -1. Okay, that's a paste streak, possible paste streak. Small gravel, black sand in the middle of it, you can see it. And you have these big rocks here, okay. And then below that, you see, you guys you have a bunch of jumbled rocks here. That's probably glacial. And it's been acted on a little bit by water, but below that, let's see here. There's a rock right in there. Look at the direction of those stones. They're turned flat. Now, I don't know how deep that goes, but I'm thinking that's you got two paste streaks right there. 1/2 inch, 1/8. Okay. We're going down to 1/8 of an inch for the gold cube because that's where you need to go. Of course, 90% of the world's gold is 1/8 of an inch in size or less. Okay, the oversize is going in here, and our rock, you see, is made up largely of little pieces of that conglomerate I was telling you about, the stuff that was gluing it together. Now, there's conglomerate and there's breccia up here. Now, and the composition of both of them are vastly different. The conglomerate tends to have a little more quartz in it. The breccia has more iron ore in it, with shards of granite and shards of quartz. But cementing it all together is this gypsum limestone. While you do that, you got concrete. That's what's cementing it all together, mixed with some iron. But you find a lot of that in little stones. Now, so how did it get here? Most likely, originally glaciation. Okay, the glaciers would, an ice age would come, the glaciers would build, and then the world would warm up, and the glaciers would melt. The water running off would concentrate minerals in these little gravel zones you see here. See those stones that are laying flat? Water did that. When they're all jumbled up, glaciation did that. So we've had a mixture of glaciation and melting, and of course, you know, all this stuff originally came from active volcanism upstream of here, and you can see a lot of up on the bluffs, you know, a lot of sedimentary rock, mostly sedimentary rock. There are intrusions of igneous rocks here and there along the way. The bedrock is limestone, Pony Express limestone. The granite is the silver plume granite. So this is what we're working with here, and how these bars built up. We're on the wrong side of the bar, really. We're on the downstream side of this sucker. And if I find something here and I'm already toning on it, then I don't know what I'm interested in what the upstream side of this bar is going to look like. I don't see any dig holes over there, so there's going to be one or two if I got time. I'll tell you that. See, looking at this stuff up close, you can tell. Say, here's the other side of it, so I'm shadowing it right there. Okay. It's almost like sandstone. Well, it is sandstone, but something's cementing it. So that's basically what we're looking at here. There's some more of these little examples of this is the substrate from your. This is what held all your conglomerate and your breccia together. Is this stuff here? Okay. There. Now, wherever you find that around here, you tend to find a little gold and silver. But if you don't find it, you don't find so much of it. But I'm finding it here. Now, I may or may not find anything on this site. But, you know, experience is telling me that it's possible. It's all a matter of how much. Well, that was a job. But I got it classified into 3 buckets. Minus 1/8, plus 1/8, and plus 1/2. Now, the question is now, does it have any gold in it? I did discover that most of the shards of the material I'm looking for, the cementation that's in the conglomerate and in the breccia, manifests itself in the plus 1/8 category, and a lot of it in minus 1/8. I'm hoping that would dissolve when it hits water. Lots of times it does. So it's kind of like caliche, you know. It needs a lot of water and pressure and some rubbing action to cause it to decompose. In my case, though, if I can't readily break it up dry, it's a rock. You know, it goes into the crush pile. So what we're going to do is the small stuff, of the rock, the plus 1/8, is going to go minus 1/8. It's going to go into the mill directly. The other stuff will go into the crusher and then in the mill. So, and then we're going to see if it's worth crushing the big rock or just milling the smaller stuff. And that'll tell us a lot of information right there. You know, there'll be that much less material that we have to run, you know, if most of our gold is in that mid-range. So, lots of experimentation to go on. We're still experimenting, testing. I really like this spot. This is a spot I can get my trommel into. This is a spot that I can pull a big crusher into. You know, this is a spot that I can get a big mechanical classifier into. This is a place that I can work if the gold is here. So we need to do our preliminary analysis, and then if this works out, then we'll need to do 100 and a 1,000 yard test, and we'll continue to test. So we're going to see what happens with it. Time frame, I'll have no idea. So as we can do it, and as we go forward to do it, and but things are looking up. It's been an exciting day. Made some discoveries. Learned a lot of things. So now my next step is to finish my due diligence. I need to pull my dredge out of the creek this evening, and tomorrow I need to just run samples from that site and hopefully have everything packed up by tomorrow night, and finish off by running our cons over at the shop, the gold rig, and then pack up and go home. So there's a lot to be considered here. How much gold there is. I need to know if that's consistent I need to know how big this site is. I need to have an idea of how much material there is to run, and make a plan to do a 1,000-yard test. Do a 100-yard test to a 1,000-yard test. I don't need a prospecting trommel. I already have a trommel, and it'd be easier to get me in and out on site. Getting equipment to dig isn't going to be a big deal. You know, we can rent the stuff, but it's time to make plans and do the do. Nice day. The gear is pulled and loaded, and I have to abandon my camp. The river's perfect for dredging, and I gotta go. So the trip is done, and I'm on my way back to Texas, and I'm tired. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm driving through the Indian Reservation, Big Gypsum Valley right now. I'm driving close to the Indian Reservation. It's all private land. I'll be down to Dove Creek in a bit, planning on meeting up with Will Ross when I get down on Albuquerque. So, it's been a fun trip. We did some things, saw some things. So there you have it.